One major takeaway that I had as I read Confessions is that to live rightly, I need to love rightly. Because Augustine writes, "My weight is my love, and wherever I am carried, it is this weight that carries me." What he means is that wherever his love goes, he himself is dragged with it. And there are two kinds of love: ordered love and disordered love. When Augustine was a young man, he fell into a disordered love of sex. He enjoyed it not for the good purposes of strengthening a marital bond or procreation, but simply for the pleasure of it. And because his love wasn't rightly ordered, in other words, it wasn't truly good, it brought with it negative side effects that dragged him down. I was loved, and I secretly entered into an enjoyable liaison, but I was also trammeling myself with fetters of distress, laying myself open to the iron rods and burning scourges of jealousy and suspicion, of fear, anger, and quarrels. Later in the book, Augustine was recounting an episode where his disordered love of money and fame was making him miserable. "As I passed through a certain district in Milan, I noticed a poor beggar, drunk, as I believe, and making merry. I groaned and pointed out to the friends who were with me how many hardships our idiotic enterprises entailed. Goaded by greed, I was dragging my load of unhappiness along, and feeling it all the heavier for being dragged. Yet while all our efforts were directed solely to the attainment of unclouded joy, it appeared that this beggar had already beaten us to the goal, a goal which we would perhaps never reach ourselves." But I want to point out that these things, sex, money, and fame, are not bad things. What is bad, though, and consequently what can make us miserable, is loving them too much. Sin gains entrance through these and similar good things when we turn to them with immoderate desire, since they are the lowest kind of goods, and we thereby turn away from the better and higher, from you yourself, O Lord our God, and your truth and your law. And so to some, happiness comes from rightly ordered love, because our hearts follow what it is that we love. And so if we love the wrong things, or even if we love the right things but in the wrong way, we can be left feeling weighed down by them. But that begs the question, what is the right thing to love? In my opinion, the starting point is to love God and His commandments, which can simply be summarized like this: let us love the Lord our God with our whole heart, our whole soul, and our whole mind, and our neighbor as ourselves. And by loving my neighbor, I am already loving God, because Jesus says, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these my brothers and sisters, you did for me." But even if you're not religiously inclined, I think that love for our neighbor, which includes our family and friends, is rightly ordered love. And the reason why I think this is because, as Augustine points out, even with all of the riches in the world, without friends, we would not be happy. He writes, "I did not consider whence came my inability to be happy, even in the sense in which I then understood happiness, without my friends, however lavishly supplied I might be with carnal luxuries. I loved these friends for their own sake, and felt myself loved by them for mine." So to some, whoever knows how to love rightly knows how to live rightly. And so if there's something in our lives that we love that is actually making us miserable, then we need to root it out. For me, rightly ordered love is loving what it is that God loves. If you're not religious, then finding something else which is the right thing to love is crucially important, because our hearts reside with what it is that we love. Thanks so much for watching. The goal of this channel is to learn from philosophy how to live a better life today. If that's something you're interested in, then subscribe to follow along, and I hope to see you in the next episode.